it will become bigger as you know more and more. If one of your plants dies, find out the reason. Take care that the same thing does not happen again. Container gardens. Some people who don't have enough land for growing a garden often grow small plants in window boxes, on balconies or terraces, in tubs or other containers. A window box should be strongly built and must be firmly supported, for it can be very heavy when filled with soil. It should be filled with finely ground soil mixed with plant food and should have good water drainage. The direction which the window faces is also important, because some plants grow well in the sun while others prefer shade. A terrarium is a glass-sided container for growing plants and keeping small creatures. The container may have a cover to help conserve moisture and humidity. A bottle garden has plants grown in bottles. Both terrariums and bottle gardens need great care and patience. They require only a little of sunshine, and if placed in a hot sunny window, they will soon wither away and die. These gardens should not be covered too tightly because humidity will build up and fog the walls. Planting the seeds. In a garden, seeds are mostly planted in rows. They are planted in specially prepared seed beds. As a rule, they should be sown twice their diameter deep. Then they should be covered with fine soil so that surface remains loose and moist. This will help in the sprouting of seeds and in the growth of seedlings. Some seeds sprout in 3 or 4 days. Others may take a week or more. As soon as the seeds have begun to sprout, the new seedlings must be taken care of. This is the most important time in the life of a plant. If it is not watered properly, the tiny plantlet will die very soon. Sometimes we need to remove a growing plant to another place. It is called transplanting. It has to be done quickly. The root must be kept moist and surrounded by earth. Many seedlings are not easy to transplant. Such seeds should be sown in the spot where they are to grow. If the seedlings come out too close together, they should be thinned out. Garden tools. The spade, the fork, the rake, and the hoe are the basic garden tools. There are various types of spades. They are all used for digging. They should have clean, sharp edges so that we can cut the soil easily. Forks with 4 tines are also used for digging. Some forks have larger number of tines. They are used for handling manure and similar materials. The rake is used for smoothing the soil after it has been dug. It is also used for gathering leaves and grass that has been cut. The hoe is used to loosen soil and uproot weeds. There are various types of hoe. The most common is the Dutch hoe. It has to be pushed, as it has its blades sticking out forwards. Some hoes have to be pulled as they have their blades sticking in backwards. If you have a big lawn in your garden, a lawn mower will be necessary. But for a small patch of grass, you can use shears. They are like an enormous pair of scissors. There are shears for cutting hedges also. They have thicker blades and stronger handles. Metal tools should be cleaned, oiled, and hung up after they have been used. Cutting tools must have their cutting edges sharpened from time to time. They should be greased before they are stored. A watering can and a wheelbarrow are also useful gardening equipment. You can have a pair of rubber boots to work on muddy ground. A pair of gardening gloves can be useful to protect the hands and to keep them clean. It has been said that one is nearer God's heart in a garden than anywhere else in the world. And if the garden is one of your own, it is no less than paradise itself. Grow a garden of your own, and you will know what a store of peace and pleasure lies therein.